Imagine starting a video with a bold question. Is marriage really that different from prison? At first glance, these two concepts seem worlds apart. One is a celebration of love and partnership, while the other is a place of confinement and punishment. But what if we told you that beneath the surface, there are surprising similarities in the rules, expectations, and psychological dynamics at play? In this video, we'll take a closer look at how marriage and prison, despite their obvious differences, can sometimes mirror each other in unexpected ways. Get ready to challenge your assumptions and see relationships from a whole new perspective. Start by looking at the rules and controls that exist in both marriage and prison. In prison, inmates must follow strict guidelines set by authorities, with little room for personal freedom. Similarly, in marriage, both partners often find themselves navigating a web of spoken and unspoken rules about behavior, responsibilities, and expectations. These controls can come from each other, from families, or from society at large. Whether it's curfews, chores, or even how you spend your free time, the sense of being managed or restricted can feel surprisingly similar in both settings. This sets the stage for understanding how behavior is shaped by external forces. Two people enter a marriage, they often bring along a set of expectations, sometimes shaped by fairy tales, sometimes by personal dreams. Men may hope to be the heroic provider, while women might look for security and emotional support. These differing priorities can create tension, especially when reality doesn't match up with the fantasy. Over time, the gap between what each partner wants and what they actually experience can lead to disappointment, frustration, or even resentment. Understanding these expectations is crucial for navigating the complexities of married life, and it's a key reason why conflicts can arise. Understanding of relationships doesn't develop in a vacuum, it's shaped by the world around us. From a young age, boys and girls are often taught very different lessons about love, responsibility, and self-worth. Men may be encouraged to give, provide, and sacrifice, while women might be taught to seek security or prioritize their own needs. These ingrained roles can create an imbalance, with one partner feeling overburdened and the other feeling entitled. As relationships progress, these dynamics can lead to misunderstandings, power struggles, and even emotional distance. Recognizing the impact of upbringing is the first step toward healthier, more balanced partnerships. Truly understand how roles affect us, let's look at a famous psychological study, the Stanford prison experiment. In this experiment, ordinary people were assigned the roles of guards or prisoners, and their behavior changed dramatically based on these roles. The lesson: when we're given a label or a set of expectations, we often start to act in ways that fit those roles, even if it goes against our true nature. In marriage, the roles of husband and wife can have a similar effect, shaping how we see ourselves and each other. It's a powerful reminder that our environment and the expectations placed on us can deeply influence our actions. Commitment is often seen as the glue that holds relationships together, but it can also be a double-edged sword. The frog in the pot theory illustrates how gradual changes can go unnoticed until it's too late. In marriage, small compromises or unhealthy patterns may slowly become the norm, simply because both partners are committed to making things work. Over time, this can lead to the acceptance of dynamics that would have seemed unacceptable at the start. Commitment can be a source of strength, but it can also make it harder to recognize when things have gone wrong. Defined roles in marriage can have a profound impact on daily interactions. When each partner feels locked into a specific set of expectations, it can limit their ability to express themselves or adapt to changing circumstances. Over time, this rigidity can normalize behaviors that are actually harmful or abusive, making them harder to recognize and address. The more these patterns are repeated, the more they become part of the relationship's fabric, often going unnoticed by both partners. It's important to question these roles and consider whether they truly serve the relationship's best interests. Faced with difficult or abusive circumstances, people often develop coping mechanisms to make their reality more bearable. One common strategy is rationalization, convincing oneself that things aren't really that bad, or that the situation is somehow normal or deserved. In both marriage and prison, this kind of self-talk can lead to resignation and acceptance of unhealthy dynamics. Over time, it becomes harder to see the situation clearly or to imagine a different way of living. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward breaking free from them and seeking healthier alternatives. Society plays a significant role in shaping how we view marriage and relationships. From movies to family traditions, we're often bombarded with messages about what a successful marriage should look like. These pressures can make it difficult to acknowledge problems or seek help, for fear of judgment or failure. In some cases, societal expectations can even encourage people to stay in unhealthy relationships, believing that endurance is a virtue. It's important to recognize these external influences and remember that every relationship is unique, with its own challenges and solutions. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, but it's often one of the first things to break down when roles and expectations become rigid. Misunderstandings, unspoken resentments, and assumptions can quickly build up, creating a wall between partners. In both marriage and prison, a lack of open dialogue can lead to isolation and a sense of being trapped. Rebuilding communication takes effort and vulnerability, but it's essential for breaking unhealthy patterns and restoring connection. Our imbalances can develop in any relationship, but they're especially pronounced when roles are strictly defined. One partner may begin to dominate decision-making, finances, or emotional expression, while the other feels increasingly powerless. This dynamic can mirror the control structures found in prison, where authority is centralized and autonomy is limited. Recognizing and addressing these imbalances is crucial for creating a partnership based on mutual respect and equality. Living in an environment where roles are rigid and communication is stifled can take a serious toll on emotional well-being. Feelings of loneliness, frustration, and helplessness are common, and can lead to anxiety or depression over time. In both marriage and prison, the lack of freedom and connection can make it difficult to maintain a positive outlook. It's important to acknowledge these emotions and seek support, whether from friends, family, or professional. Change is possible, but it requires a willingness to question old patterns and try new approaches. This might mean redefining roles, improving communication, or seeking outside help. The first step is recognizing that something isn't working and being open to the idea that things can be different. By taking small intentional steps, couples can begin to break free from unhealthy dynamics and build a relationship that's based on mutual understanding and respect. Sometimes the challenges in a relationship are too great to handle alone. Seeking help from a counselor, therapist, or support group can provide valuable perspective and tools for change. It's a sign of strength, not weakness, to ask for support when needed. Professional guidance can help couples navigate difficult conversations, rebuild trust, and develop healthier ways of relating to each other. As we wrap up, it's clear that while marriage and prison are fundamentally different, there are important lessons to be learned from their similarities. By examining the roles, expectations, and psychological dynamics at play, we can gain a deeper understanding of what makes relationships thrive or falter. The key is to remain open, self-aware, and willing to grow. With effort and intention, it's possible to create partnerships that are not only loving and supportive, but also free from the invisible chains of unhealthy patterns.